Someone shared this video which shows two poor little sisters.
你还干啥，小朋友？你咋跑这个院捡垃圾了？妈妈走了。咋了？咋了？咋了？不哭了，不哭了，不哭了，不哭了，咋回事啊？和哪也从垃圾院捡的？咋进这个院了你？
Someone replied, "This video is fake and there is a hype team behind it." In response, someone shared this video and said, "This man is these girls' father."
我花钱呀，你给钱啊？啊，你这你别哼哝演，我害怕，你别哼哝演啊。孩子2岁，2岁怎么了？现在以前他姥姥看着呢，对吧？现在姥姥住院了，没人养了，这俩孩子该怎么办？扔孤儿院？扔大街？啊？
It doesn't look like these two poor kids were posing for a picture. Someone shared that according to reports, in the year of 2019, China's newborn population has dropped to about 11 million, which is even lower than the 13.28 million in the year of 1960 during the Great Chinese Famine, and 12.75 million in 1949 when the CCP took power. Theoretically speaking, a nation operates just like a family does. Without humans, it is difficult for it to prosper, let alone to be rejuvenated. Someone shared this article regarding the COVID vaccine. It highlighted that more than 90% of the medical staff in the city of Shanghai refused to get the vaccine. Someone replied, "This happened not only in Shanghai, but also other big cities." Someone replied, "In fact, the vaccine should not have many side effects, because it is in reality merely distilled water, and it mainly serves to comfort patients psychologically." Someone shared this video. The two men are Chi'sPovertyAlleviation.Lie. They were arrested for storing relevant information about the CCP virus and will be facing illegal trials. Someone shared that CaiWei's father said, "November 30th is CaiWei's 27th birthday, but as of now, we have not seen CaiWei for 225 days, nor had we received any updates regarding his case. We feel deeply desperate about his true situation." Someone shared that currently Carrie Lam does not have a bank account. She stored a large amount of cash at home. After she was sanctioned by the US, no bank dared to open an account for her. Someone replied, "This sounds ridiculously impossible because they are also the People's Bank of China and Jack Ma's Alipay. Both are affiliated with the CCP." Someone replied, "Chinese banks really dare not open an account for her because these banks are fearful of financial sanctions by the US against themselves as well." Someone shared that the Trump administration will add China's top chip maker SMIC and national offshore oil and gas producer CNOOC to the defense blacklist due to their affiliation with the Chinese military. Someone shared this interview in which this lady asked Mr. Li Chengpeng what he thinks of Trump.
马拉多纳是一个混蛋、王八蛋，然后也说到艾未未，那川普呢？
这个话题只说30秒，因为我不想陷入那种特别无聊的中国文人的争吵，因为我有空我得去踢球啊，我得去陪我妈，我妈都80了啊，也活不了几年啊。我说30秒，你卡着表啊。一，他们川普撒谎说大话，可是川普他的施政纲领大部分都完成了。2，说川普是个独裁者，可是你见过被封号、被屏蔽还没封号，但是实际上相当于封号的独裁者吗？说他是个法西斯，请问那么迅速、有效、富有审美、和平的解决了中东问题的法西斯吗？说他低俗，可是你见过那么低俗的人却把子女和家庭搞得这么好的低俗的人吗？
Someone replied, "Although he drank some wine, obviously his comments reflect that he is clear-headed about the battle between good and evil, despite residing in communist China." Someone replied, "People only need to have a bit of common sense in order to understand what Li Chengpeng said. However, many people do not have moral courage, so they turn a blind eye to common sense." Someone shared this picture which depicted when the so-called revolutionaries were killing people during the French Revolution. Someone shared a quote from Thomas Sowell, an American economist and social theorist, who is also a senior fellow at Stanford University's Hoover Institution. He said, The political left has never understood that if you gave the government enough power to create social justice, you have given it enough power to create despotism. Millions of people around the world have paid with their lives for overlooking that simple fact. Someone shared these video clips showing two female Trump supporters giving speeches about the radical left in the US and the communist ideology.
I refer to myself as the Reagan babe because there were three men that affected my life. Ronald Reagan, my father, and my grandfather. They were all veterans, and they fought tooth and nail and nearly died for this country, and I will do the same because I am not going to watch my country be destroyed from within by the communists, by the Marxists, by the socialists that have found a home in the Democrat Party. Why is it that communists and Marxists and socialists find a home in the Democrat Party? It's because that's where they are welcomed. We don't want to fundamentally transform this country. We will defend it with our lives.
We are here to fight for every person's vote. I don't care if you're a Democrat, a Libertarian, an Independent, or a Republican. All of your votes matter. And what we are witnessing today is a modern-day coup to take over this country. Our president fought for us for 4 years. So I ask you this, are you ready to fight for your president?
Someone replied, "The greatest memory President Trump will leave to the US in the future is not the record-breaking economic progress or mounting diplomatic achievements, but that he has awakened the Americans despite being attacked in all realms by the evil forces." Someone shared that a well-known American prophet, Dissident, predicted in the 20th century that the world will encounter a great battle between good and evil in the year of 2020, a battle between theists and atheists. This prophecy coincides with the great battle stated in the Bible. Everyone must make a choice in this final battle, and that will determine his or her future. Those with steadfast faith in the Creator will enjoy a life reborn.
Child, we will bring you home. You'll be a flower that sees the spring.